Hey guys, how you all doing? Ofer again, thanks for tuning in. Today we're gonna talk about an interesting subject, and that's how to buy used guitars online. I'm especially referring to this kind of vintage old guitars. This guitar is 30 years old, it's a Charvel 375 Deluxe that I bought online. And it's a great guitar in a great condition. I felt like I made a few mistakes in the purchasing process, but I'm gonna share with you 5 tips so you can make a great purchase and get a great guitar in your hands. Luckily, this guitar is great, even though I made some mistakes, it's still in a great condition. You see the headstock is sharp, no major dings, and it plays great. Alright, so the first tip would be know what you're after. As I look at it, there are 2 types of purchases. One would be the random bargain, where you just hop into this awesome deal and it doesn't matter what flaws the guitar have, the value is worth it and you buy it immediately. The second one would be the ongoing hunt, where you're hunting a specific guitar for a long time. It can take weeks, months, years, but you know what you're after on both occasions. And that's very important. You want to know what colors the specific models were made in. You want to know what bridge or tremolo is inside, the pickups, fretboard, neck, body, whatever. Because you want to know if any modifications were done, if it's been repainted, refretted, whatever. Because this stuff takes off value oftentimes, especially if it's an irreversible mod, such as repainting the guitar or refretting it. So know what you're after, very important. Second tip, contact the seller. And this is the most important step in my opinion. First of all, because you want to show the guy you're human, and second of all, because you want to have a relationship going with him, and that can help you secure the guitar. For example, I got this guitar on an auction. I almost won the auction, and in the last minutes the guy just cancelled it and decided to keep the guitar for himself. But luckily I contacted him previously and I told him how big fan I am of this type of guitars and how much I have to have it. And I managed to convince him to ship it to Israel and to sell the guitar to me, which was pretty awesome. Thank you, Mark, again, if you're watching this video. I still love this guitar. The third tip is check all the flaws of this guitar. And this also connects to the previous step, because you can arrange a video call if you contact the seller and go over all the flaws, everything that might be wrong with the guitar, through a video call, just like you'd do if you'd go in person. First thing I'd recommend checking out is the fretware. Frets are the first thing that touches the strings and it changes the whole playing experience. And refretting guitar is a very expensive process and you don't want to get there. So check the frets, see that they're in a good condition. Check the bridge, see that it stays in tune. The electronics, ask the guy to roll on and off the volume knob to see if it's crackling. Ask them to open up cavities, the tremolo cavity, see if it has any tear in it. The electronics, see if it's a mess or if it's being played with. Very important stuff. Alright, next tip. Know your country's policies. That's very important, because after you order the guitar and you're super happy, you might be disappointed to find out that your country customs want to charge you 40% of the value of the deal, including the shipping, which sucks. And you find yourself pouring out a great amount of money without even knowing it, and you've got nothing to do because you've already purchased the guitar. You're not going to give it up at this point. So know your country policies. Me myself, I live in Israel. I know that customs will take 17% from the value of the deal to themselves, and they also take some extras for handling the guitar or whatever. That sucks, but we must keep it in mind so we won't get disappointed. And of course, check out the shipping. The shipping can get very expensive. You want to know how much shipping costs to your country before you buy the guitar. Alright, the fifth tip is one I give you from my own experience. Send the guitar in a hardshell case. The first guitar I bought online, I bought from a guy from Japan. And it was one of these random bargains where I just saw this Fernandez guitar for a great price. And nothing mattered, I just knew buying it would be a good idea. And I bought it immediately. The shipping was free, which is also a great deal. And he shipped it to me. Unluckily, he shipped it without a case. He did pack it very well, and I did contact him previously and made sure he's packing it well and he's a good guy. But unfortunately, the guitar headstock got broken in the shipping process. Luckily to me, because I contacted the guy previously and I made a relationship going with him, he took all the responsibility on himself and refunded me fully on the guitar, so I got the guitar for free. And I actually repaired it for not such a big amount of money, and I kept it and I sold it a few years later, and I actually benefited from it. But if it was an expensive guitar in a great condition, the kind of rare finds you can find online sometimes, if it would have gotten to me with a broken headstock, I'd be so pissed off at myself for not making sure that it's being shipped in a hardshell case. And that's the worst, you know. You want to have a good buying experience, you want to be happy with the guitar you got, you don't want to find out that it's broken when you open the box. Very important stuff. The last tip I can give you outside of these 5 tips would be if you buy a guitar outside of Reverb or eBay or anything, because sometimes they charge some extra, so you can get a lower price if you actually make the deal outside of their website. Make a contract, and that goes a long way, because unfortunately there are some scumbags and some scammers online as well. Although I believe most people that deal guitars and deal with music specifically are good people. There are scammers everywhere and shitty people, so beware. Make a contract to get yourself secured. Write there that you bought the guitar for such and such, that it's this model, in this condition, whatever. Just make sure you're protected so no one can scam you, and if they do, that you can go to court and you have some evidence on your side, because apparently just having some online chat is not securing you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope I helped you. Take your time, don't make any hasty purchases online. It's a risky thing and you want to make sure you do it in the best way possible, so you'll get a great guitar and be happy with it. Please subscribe to the channel, check out the rest of my videos. I've got a lot of lessons, performances, all kind of cool stuff going on. You can also check me out on Facebook and Instagram at Ofer Holan, and we'll be in touch. Rock on, stay heavy, stay true, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.